So here's the conrod to the power hammer. You see it's pretty rough. It's almost like it's been in the lathe. Obviously you can see where the centres, they've had it there. This side obviously, right between the chuck and a live centre, and they've just obviously laid it down to fit the bearings here and here. Fits inside that large housing. And then it's been thrown in the basket, so all I'm going to do is quickly just go around with the grinder and all these soft edges, just take them off. All these harsh edges, sorry, a bit sharp. So I don't do anything performance wise, and just put tapers on the end of the shaft so the bearings go on a bit easier. Same again with this housing here for the it's like a floating bearing effectively. Just all the edges are all really rough. Just go around with the linisher, just take the edges off. This is what holds the conrod. Mounts on the bottom there. Shaft goes on this end of the crankshaft here, like a floating bearing, and like fix onto the conrod there. The shaft's cleaned, obviously just took all the burrs off, a bit more softer now. This is obviously the housing, the shaft will go through. You can see it's not the best piece, obviously it's been cast and machined, you've got like low patches there, same on the other side. So I guess it's just time to assemble it all now, put it back together. Okay, so that's the races in now, both sides. Focus, there we are. So they're both seated. You can tell obviously when you're tapping them down, you'll hear the pitch change, to let you know you're at the bottom. Ideally you want to press these in, get a bit of tube or something obviously the same size and press them in, but I haven't got any tube here. It's convenient, so I just had to grind a punch, just grind a flat spot on a punch, and obviously just take your time. Why aren't you focusing? Yeah. These are quite soft anyway, they're only mild steel. But yeah, like a bronze punch maybe. Or a brass one. But yeah, I want to get it together today. So now it's a case of getting the shaft in and putting the gaskets on. Obviously this is the old gasket that I took off. Could have reused it, but to be honest, it's good practice just to change them. So, gasket paper, made some new gaskets, they're ready to go on. Start fitting the shaft. Also, for the grease, a mate recommended I'm going to use molly grease, it's anti-fling, high temperature grease as well. So, we'll do that. So, the bearings in now. So, I'm going to drop the shaft in, flip it the other way and put the other face plate on, obviously the bearing and then the face plate, and then it's just the floating bearing tool on the end of the crankshaft, obviously holds the conrod on. So here's the shaft, just need to drop that in and flip it. So I'll set you up somewhere so you can see that. Awkward. Change of plan. Right, so that's it now. Just this top one. That's it all together now. It's all free spinning, new bearings. What I think I might do, because obviously you can't get to these grease nipples, well, there are no grease nipples, you can't get to these bearings when it's done. So I might take this off, drill it, tap it and put a little grease nipple on the end. Just so you can obviously grease them up when they're done. There you go. All back together. Rough bits cleaned up obviously. So I just need to spray this now, this face area. That's a collar. Just gives it like the preload I guess for the shaft. That's the flywheel set on here. And then it can get bolted back in. So yeah, it's all coming together slowly.